Hey guys, welcome to our review of Invincible Season 2, the premiere, Episode 1. And this was, I think, about 2 years since the premiere of Season 1, Episode 1, of a fantastic comic book series. And thankfully, a great translation into a great animated series here on Amazon. Another hit, we thought, in addition to The Boys. This episode is called A Lesson for Your Next Life, which is setting up Season 2 and the next sort of story arc. And so we get a bit of a... we get a little bit of Omni-Man stuff with this... I didn't expect Omni-Man because in this time, Omni-Man has gone off. So it's fun to see him again. And in this sort of alternate timeline where Mark does accept his father's request to join him, so that we get a little bit of a tease of that. And then we get the setup of a new villain and some, scattered subplots. But as in watching this, I just kept thinking to myself, I kept having to remind myself that this isn't DC. And because it's done at that DC animation level, that high level, if not higher, and
I'd say higher with the blood and gore.
Yep. Yeah. This is a very high recommendation to go out and watch. Now, unfortunately, I think a lot of reviewers were reviewing the first 4 episodes, so I thought that that's the way they would drop the series. Unfortunately, not. There's only 1 episode, so that kind of sucks. I'm not looking forward to watching 4 episodes because they are going to release them in 2 halves. So you've got the first 4 episodes weekly, every Friday, I think, and then the second half in 2024, 4 episodes for a total of 8. So I'm not looking forward to how, because this, I just want them all, and I just want to binge. You're
enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it, and I will say this first episode reels me back in. While it may not be Omni-Man, and obviously Omni-Man is the most popular character, and people want to see a resolution of that, there's going to be some time where we're doing other things with Mark before we do anything with Omni-Man again in the series. I know because I have the comic books, but do I think it does enough to, give me some intrigue in the characters, give me a reason to keep watching and care. And I think it does. And I, like I said, high recommendation to watch it alongside us. Now, I don't think we'll do a review for each episode on each Friday. I think what we'll do is after all 4 episodes have been done for part 1, we'll review where it is at the end of part 1, and then we'll do another video at the end of part 2. So you get 3 videos on Invincible Season 3. So far, I think the premiere sets it up perfectly. You should go out and watch and tell other people that you know that enjoy sort of superheroes and more brutal stories and The Boys and DC animation. If they enjoy all that stuff, I think they'll enjoy this. What did you guys think? Are you guys on the same page?
Yeah, I love Season 1, and this one is just picking off where it left off. The recap was great, and even though we don't have Omni-Man, I'm still like, Mark has picked up the mantle, and I'm still very invested in this. I want to know more about how Mark's going to be dealing with this, and again, Immortals, like I still don't trust you, and all this other stuff that's going on, these subplots. I'm loving this show. It's so graphic, and I forgot about that. I was like, this is fucking amazing.
I like it.
I would have loved to see Superman do something like this.
You did.
Yes, he did, but it wasn't enough. But
Yeah.
still amazing. I'm loving this.
Yeah, it's a really, really good setup, good music, good characters, good animation, good battles.
Minimal Amber.
Little short. Minimal Amber, which we all hate Amber. She's become a meme at this point, as well as Think Mark. That's a famous meme that came from Season 1. And so what did you think, Alex?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I really like Invincible. I don't even miss Omni-Man. I think that I don't like multiverse stuff. It's not that I don't like it. I'm multiversed out, right? And I didn't get.
Yes.
I was worried that I was gonna be like, oh, there's no stakes in the multiverse, and we haven't got there yet. But I don't even get whiffs of it yet. Where, because some people when you watch this intro and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I think I'm gonna like this. I think that the bad guy's interesting. Almost all of the subplots. I don't care about the Guardians. I mean, to be frank, the the D team kitty thing. They haven't earned their spot. Everything is so high level that it's the only part of this episode that seems to sag. But I'm interested to see what happens with Immortal, with the space stuff, with the multiverse stuff, with Mark figuring his shit out. So I think it's a really, really good premiere.
Yeah, the fact that they even inject a father-son team-up omnibus, it's like, and then it's wish fulfillment because, people that want season 1, they want to see more of the dynamic between father-son. And they literally paid that off in the perfect way here. They're crushing superheroes and people that they know in more brutal ways in this alternate timeline. So that really brings up the episode for me, and I'd be okay if the rest of the episode is working their way up. But no, the rest of the episode is also just as interesting as it sets up Mark's internal conflict, going on this emotional roller coaster. I think Cecil calls it a tumble dryer or whatever, tumbleweed thing. And he's not sure if he should let him back up on the team because in this universe, you have supervillains that pop up from time to time. So you need this D team to kind of keep stuff under control.
They suck.
But we don't know if he's in a mental capacity that he can handle it or if he's going to freak out. He's worrying that he's going to turn into his father. And that's fascinating because he always wanted to be his father. So this is just great storytelling and setup. And then we get the Mauler twins, who I like, but here teaming up with a mysterious character who seems to have the power of portals, and we're getting into the multiverse. And I like Alex and Multiversed Out, but for some reason, maybe it's also because it's an animation, it helps, and I'm not opposed. I'm interested, and I said play it out because it could play out, and I'll be like, fuck this. Or it could play out and be like, oh, hey, you did it in an interesting way. I will say that the machine he uses, 1,000 minds, ain't no 1,000 seats on that machine, but I'll allow it because everything else is so goddamn good.
It was 100 mines in that one, and then there were 9 other portals, so it was
boom, there you go. Alex fixed it in other universes.
Yeah, that's where the things come out and
Got
start.
it. Yep. All right, so not excused, explained. Okay, so what else can I say? I was surprised by the music. I didn't even hate it when his mom was talking with Olga, and they have a little bit of a subplot of the death of their husbands because at first I forgot who Olga was. She was the wife of Red Rush, who got killed by Omni-Man and everything, and so obviously Mark uses his mom. He could use her as a rock to help him emotionally go through this time, but now she's even having problems. And interestingly, Olga is recommending something. We don't know what it is. It's a black card with a Morse code or red lines on it. I don't know, but that could lead to something interesting too. And then what is with this Omni-Man Invincible alternate timeline team up? And all in the same episode, we get the birth of a new villain who has, at first I didn't understand. I'm going to have to ask Alex a little bit of what fucking plan was, but has an interesting birth into villainy and is already a more complex character than we've seen in some.
He had a great
Marvel
plan. I was
DC
100% agreeing with him because basically he was open up the portals. He's like, well, they have the cure for cancer. We could take that aspect and use it for our world and help this one out.
Gotcha.
Yes, he was trying to do that. So he's like, I want to know what they know.
Exactly. Okay, so interesting. We'll talk more about in the spoiler section. So I'm honestly and very small. Okay, yes, we get the furtherance of Amber and Mark, which all the fans are very upset with Amber and maybe a little hyperbole, but no, I think we all need to get past the Amber thing because we all hate her because her behavior in season 1 just pissed us off. And I don't think the producers, because in this series, they're going to do things slightly differently to the comics. You don't want to do everything one for one, it seems like. And that has me worried because it's like, are we going to be like, okay, so are we going to overcorrect? Everybody hates Amber. Oh, yeah? You hate Amber? Let's do more Amber. You know what I mean? That kind of shit that you would find in Disney and others. So I'm a little worried. They are going to the same college, and they have a scene where they are revealed, yeah, we are going to the same college.
We
so
can stay
I can
together.
continue to have my superhero boyfriend. But as we know in storytelling in general, when everything is going all well and things are good, it may end
Yeah,
up
throw a
not
wrench in
actually
there.
being that. And honestly, I hope not. I hope we move on from Amber eventually.
There's just conflict that I want to see and conflict I don't want to see. It's the problem I have with all of the CW superhero stuff. It's like, look, I think it's interesting that his mom's having this little bit of a breakdown, and she's, the last family member, and that's an emotional thing I want to
Yes.
figure out. Him worrying about turning into his dad is super emotional. A fake. Will they, won't they, between Adam, Eve, and Amber, and them getting mad that you're spending too much time with her and you didn't come to feed. It's like, I don't give a shit.
I'm still mad.
There's better written stuff
Yeah.
in the show that I felt like in season 1 that we were kind of ignoring at the time when we focused on that. And I was ready to give this premiere a fucking 0 if they didn't get into the same college in that scene. I'm like, you better not fucking do it. Set up some bullshit conflict where we're not going to see each other. But they completely ignored
yeah.
it. We skipped over it. So it's good.
Yeah.
It was good.
So, I like it, and I don't really see anything wrong here. And I can go back and revise my grades, lower, raise, but I fucking thought it was perfect. Now, it's difficult. Is it at the levels of well, actually, even Invincible season 1, episode 1 wasn't at the highest of highs because
Yeah,
we
it's
didn't
moments.
yet have the Omni-Man go fucking crazy and reveals, but it's intriguing. So I want to give it a 10 out of 10. I really can't see a segment where I was like, oh, this is dragging. I don't like it. This is not working. So honestly, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I think it was solid enough. It makes me interested in a second season somehow when I know that we're not going to get much Omni-Man. But I guess we kind of can get Omni-Man through this alternate timeline bullshit. And I'm not annoyed with alternate timelines. So I'm going to go with 10 out of 10. What about y'all?
I was between the 9 and 10, but I agree. Like just a little bit of minor nitpicks. Like again, the GDA. It's like, oh, you lost your leadership. We're gonna bring in some new people. It's like,
Oh yeah, so
cool,
they did it. We forgot to
whatever.
mention they introduced a
Bulletproof, and
and,
obviously Immortal's now the leader.
and Immortal is the leader.
Yeah,
instead
so
of
just
the
like
robot
little nitpicks, like whatever. It just kind of adds to it. But overall, it was a great episode. I loved it. And
yeah.
I want to see more of it.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right.
I think this is a great episode, but I think I'm gonna go. I'm stuck between an 8 or a 9. I think there's really, really great stuff here. This doesn't feel legendary like it doesn't have the same feeling because there's a couple episodes in season 1 where I watch them like, holy shit, this is a legendary episode, and I'm just not there with this one. I think it's great, and I want people to go watch it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have you just can't do everything right for me. I think you have to really wow me like they have, and I know that they can, and I'm sure that they will. So I think I'm gonna go with a 9. I'm gonna round up. I think it's really, really good stuff.
It is.
But I think that there's some really better stuff coming.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
hope so.
definitely. And here's the thing: is that I was a little hesitant because I was like, do I give it a 10 if I know that things are gonna ramp up? Yeah. Just because this one doesn't have massive explosions and superhero battles that are going to get insane doesn't necessarily mean that this can't be executed at the highest level. But okay, so I see.
Yeah, and
I see,
it's
I see what
great
the
to
point-
also like season 1 or season 2. This is a great one to start off with.
Yeah, good one to start off with, and did its job and got us interested.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump into, if you haven't seen, see it, go out and see it. And this is our recommendation to jump in with us, okay?
Yes.
But now we're going to talk spoilers, so if you don't want that and you want to go see it yourself, go ahead. Okay, so timelines. We are doing multiverse, it seems like. That's exactly what Marvel's doing right now, and hell, even DC dipped into it with fucking Flash. Yeah, none of these things were done well. So I am a little nervous. But here in the cartoon, amazing. They fucking kill Immortal in a brutal way. It's short. It's bloody. You're like, wait, what? Oh, he joined his father, and they're doing this father-son team up, and they kill the rest of these heroes in this apocalyptic version. You have the characters we know, Adam, Eve, and the robot dude, and all these other guys, and they try to hold them off, but they find the location. We have our new character, Angstrom Levy, who's this timey-wimey guy. I'm not really sure how he factors in. He comes in from the comic books and the storyline. But yeah, so we get that intro, strong as hell intro. Maybe that's the 10 out of 10. It's very interesting.
Gruesome. It's amazing. I was like, oh.
Him paralyzing Adam Eve so they can keep her around as,
That's how fucked up, man. He is definite. Something has gone wrong in his brain, and at least in this timeline or in this version.
Oh, yeah. Like,
where he's going
down
against everything that he believed in.
Yeah, he just flies down. It's like, all right, all you guys were in the resistance. Now you got to die.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
I kind of want to just like play this out because it's just fucking. I guess I'm sadistic or something because it made me smile when all this shit was going down. Something wrong with me. But obviously, I know eventually we're going to have a reckoning for this particular universe and timeline is going to work out. But anyway, back in our timeline, we get a Karma Police song, which a lot of times when you're choosing contemporary songs, I don't like it. Like isn't
it classic rock now?
Yeah, but I actually liked it here.
Old.
I think this worked. Whereas in I don't know Black Adam when they do what's the song that they do? Just there are certain moments where it works and it doesn't fit, and here I think it worked. Whereas in other things it doesn't often work. But we get a little montage of. Invincible, he beats up Elephant Man, and you got a montage of crime fighting and stuff. But you could tell he's not really in it. He even kind of ignores some fighters because here Cecil's team shows up, Special Forces. I did notice it was really weird. Like the cop was like, so when the Special Forces, it's like, what was that? Did y'all see that cop?
Yeah.
Got a little, I was like, I want to ask the voice. Did the cop was the cop sad that he doesn't have any relevance anymore, or is he
That's what I was
relieved? Or maybe it's that he's relieved that he doesn't have to fight these. So I don't know.
It looked like the bad guys were getting away, so to speak, but Mark didn't want to fight them because he was mad and he didn't want to fight angry type thing, and so he flew off. And so maybe the bad guys got away.
And he held his. But see, that's what I'm thinking is that everything is so well done. This is animation, and yet I'm still seeing the expressions on his face and his internal decisions, and it doesn't make any sense because it's animation. So it's very well done. But what I'm talking about is the cop. You see the cop, he like.
That's what I mean. I think the cops said that it's looking like the bad guys are getting away.
No, I don't think the bad guys got away because the helicopters are right there. The Special Forces came down. So
and then the bad guy picks up a car and they just walk off screen.
Yeah,
it looks like the bad guys are getting away because.
So you think that the cop is upset that the bad guys got away, but they're still engaged. Like
but there's nothing that cop could
do.
But
what are the cop gonna do? What are dudes?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that he's sad at how ineffectual the cops are. They're being replaced by Special Forces. Anyway, that is just a side thing.
But it was great though.
What do you think?
Little detail like that.
Yeah, little details make me interested in the world. Kind of brings the world alive. What was that guy thinking? That's when you know it's a good series. If it's not a good series, I don't go fuck with this character. My main character, I don't care what he's thinking, So that's good.
Yeah.
And so what else? Where do we do? Oh, so then that's when we introduce the fact that the portal leader survives because as he is about to die from this alternate timeline where Mark joins his father, portal goes whoop, and he's like, "What the?" He's like, "What the hell happened?" And his father's like, "Man, who cares? I'm fucking hungry. Let's kill all these people."
That just
they're
one
so
line.
Powerful. They don't give a shit.
It's like, I'm just hungry. Let's
we'll kill that guy later,
these
wherever he shows up with his portal.
Made me skip lunch.
Yeah, but not only does he save that one, but also we said the portal is going to save the Mahler twins as they're in jail, and it's this guy's name's Angstrom Levy, and he's a pacifist, and he's like, "Look, I don't hurt or kill people. I have this idea, and I need your guys' help to make me."
I just want to. I mean, it's a silly thing, but if you threaten to strand people where they will slowly and painfully die, you're not a pacifist.
He threatened to strand them where?
Oh,
yeah.
That is not how that works. Like you're using, you may not be the one that's killing them.
Well,
but,
you can see he has some darkness hiding in him
Yeah.
here later, but initially he is a good guy.
I'm not hitting you. I'm just moving forward, and if you stand there, then it's
out of sight, out of mind, Alex.
Yeah,
Then we get Todd isn't an asshole scene as he hugs Mark. And Amber saves him from this awkward situation because it's affecting him even at school. You know, the father and the emotional roller coaster. Later on, we get a scene again going through what he's going through, and he's like, "Look, they're not now." He's open to him coming back, but he's like, not now. And honestly, Todd wants to do it Mark wants to do it as a way to kind of get his mind off it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it's like, don't get your mind off it. Let's go.
Do you need to work?
take
through the
some time
problems?
off,
Yeah.
he says.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. So then we get a battle, and as the Giant, and the Giants attacking the city and fighting our B team here. And why is he fighting the B team? Go.
Because he's got a mind of a child and he wants to be the president and an astronaut.
That's right. I love it.
What?
I want to be president. I want to be an astronaut too. And they should have been like, all right, man, you can be.
Yeah,
and
right
then they
this
let him be
way.
the president. And might as well. We've had childlike presidents before. This is very fascinating. So, you know, it would have been fun to let him be a president and an astronaut, and everything would have been solved. But no, instead, they are fucking it up, and they're not doing very good. Some people are dying as they're trying to rescue them. And
They're not strong enough.
they're not strong enough. They need some more muscle.
They're setting up this subplot. There's a couple subplots they're setting up that I'm not interested in. Like, I don't give a shit that Mark is in high school. I think that our stakes have been raised to the point where I don't care about his grades and him getting into university. And I don't care about
World ending. You don't need to give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, like we're talking about stuff up here, and we're like,
Yeah.
maybe he's not getting a good math grade. And the other thing is,
Well, I think that's seasoning, Alex. I mean, it's your opinion. Obviously, you shit on that. But I think that's just one small element onto this dish of pressure. That's
yeah,
being
but it
put
wasn't a
on
small element at all in season 1. It was a major portion
This
of the
is
first
season
season.
2 that we're talking about, though, right?
Yeah, but they have showed that it is a major part of what they did before, and that, like, this is a subplot that I'm worried about, and I'm also worried about the robot man who's in love with the child who's not actually a child,
12-year-old
and
body,
and he's
25-year-old.
there's
She's a 25-year-old, but she's in a 12-year-old's body. That remind me, isn't she dying every time
she gets younger.
transforms?
She gets younger every time she turns into the monster, and so when he cloned himself, he wanted to be a child too. Because he didn't understand that that's totally fucking fucked up. And so I really hope that they don't focus too much on him and him not feeling ready and
It's a little
feeling confident.
weird.
It's like, I don't
know
want
this relationship. Do we really want to watch a 12-year-old on 12-year-old relationship?
But it's a 25-year-old.
25-year-old and whatever, however
Yeah.
old he is. Yeah.
Those are the two subplots that I have zero interest in whatsoever. So I'm hoping throughout the season that we don't get a whole lot of them because I don't care.
Yeah, and in me, I think that they're seasoning, so they need to be there. But so as long as they're not overly expanded on, like you're saying, they're showing that the team does need muscle. The team also needs leadership, and Mark is that hole that could fill that position, but right now he's not ready for it. So they're deepening
Not
that
mentally,
story.
not emotionally.
So in the meantime, they will fill it. Well, first they jump to a great speech from Angstrom Levy with some good music in the background, I noticed. So he's kind of explaining his plan. This is where I didn't understand I understand what he's trying to do, right? But what is he talking about? I need all 1 million or 1,000 of me
Because they
they don't have the abilities that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They have the life experience on their planet, so he wants to know their life experience.
Yeah.
Instead of asking them questions like they said. He's like,
right,
well,
because you would have to take time to ask
yeah.
people
He's
questions.
like,
You
just give it all
say,
to me.
give it all
That's
to
it.
me
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, he wants.
In order to do the things that he wants to do, which is cure cancer,
Yes.
create a utopia, and make it very happy, but deep down inside, maybe lead everybody and do everything himself. Okay.
Probably.
Now, okay, I understand. We have a scene with Olga and Mark's mom with the knife. They kind of imply that she's going to kill her because she killed
She's
her
cooking in the
husband
dark,
and
and it's like, who cooks in the fucking
they
dark?
do that thing that CW
Microwave.
does and all these other,
Yeah.
cheap tropey things do. It's
Commercial
like,
break.
whatever.
Oh, what's going to happen?
But, that's there for certain audiences. And can the scene play without it? Yeah, but it'd be a little less boring. So I don't mind that it's there. It's just, meh. Anyway, so we get that scene, and then the team gets a talking to. This is when Immortal comes in. He's going to replace the robot guy. The robot guy's like, yeah, I'm kind of fucking up. I'm still dealing with all of my shit. And then they add this bulletproof team member who immediately, razzes Rex, and so the guy's demoted. Now I don't know where Bulletproof. Well, I don't. I think that this guy is probably going to die, right, as a result of poor leadership, or well, I don't know. It's quite interesting because it makes you think. Well, what is going on here? What is this subplot? Are team members going to die without the inclusion of Mark, and we need to hurry up and get Mark back on the team so that things don't go wrong? I don't know. It's interesting and fascinating where they're taking it. So, and then what's the next scene? Mark gets a scene with Adam Eve. What happens in that one?
She comes back from her little forest hideaway, and she says, "How are you?" And he goes, "Huh."
Kind of following up with what season 1. She says, I'm going to use my powers for good, and I'm going to go off by myself.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not fighting on the team with everybody. And she says she's doing well.
And then Rex cheated on her or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was...
Well, fuck Rex. They shouldn't be together. God damn it. I want Mark to end up with Adam Eve. By the way, there is an Adam Eve episode. I didn't even know this. So we haven't seen it, but you can go out and see it. It's 50 minutes. So there is another episode. If you want more Invincible, it's an Adam Eve prequel to set her up. Just hinting at you that this is an important character as we move forward in the Invincible universe, and we don't have to worry too much about certain storylines that we hate. So Invincible relays what he's seeing when he shows up to
The warehouse.
Levy's warehouse, where he's trying to do his multiverse plan. It's sucking a lot of
Mind
energy.
meld.
I loved it when he's like, what are you seeing? The timey-wimey
a Christmas
machine
tree with hundreds of people on it.
They're all the same person. It's funny. I like
Just stop them.
just stop them. And so then the Mauler twins show up, beat them up. Levy initially tries to help him by bringing in more Mauler twins when he said he didn't use other Mauler twins.
So you already know.
So
he's
he's hiding stuff from people. So he's doing underhanded things here and there. But it does spin out of control because the Mauler twins hate him so much. They're going to kick his ass and kill him. He's like, don't kill him. He says, stop. And I'm not going to build my utopia with blood on my hands. And so he tries to take off his helmet
bad
to
idea.
stop this situation. And super bad idea. The whole thing explodes.
Yeah, I didn't like
It's
this.
like Science 101.
I liked it.
You can't stop a project halfway. You got to finish it.
Gotta
Yeah.
finish it.
Gotta
so-
finish it.
But he can just
Pure fucking hubris.
he can just send him to any other dimension at will and just be like, all right, you're gone. And he's gone.
And then he wants to basically, his plan is destroyed. He's still alive, though. He's in the rubble. But before then, Cecil shows up, or Cecil in his ear tells him, hey, don't worry about it. Because, Mark is shocked that he
yeah.
killed everybody, and he's trying not to do the killing everybody thing. He says, don't worry, you did a good job.
Mission
They fucked up.
accomplished.
Mission accomplished. But still, you can see it's affecting Mark. And then that's when we get one of the Mauler twins ends up still alive. He digs through the rubble for one of his twins. I guess he's dead. Instead, he finds Levy, who has been transformed into a
brain monster.
brain supervillain guy. And he's really pissed. And he blames it all on Invincible, even though the Mauler twin rightly points out. I like how there's writing in here. There's got to be some kind of script doctor in here. He's like,
Yes,
yeah,
it's like
but
that
you
made
fucking
sense.
did it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, but it was it. I like that that's at least lip service.
They did a
based.
great job with it too because he's like, "Well, you're the one who took off the helmet." Oh no, his brain is meshing with everyone else, so they don't know Invincible. They're like, "Oh, it's his fault."
Right.
So
Yep.
that explains it.
So now
Okay,
they
good.
have. So now this guy has the memories of all thousands and
yes.
stuff. So he is a threat.
He truly believes that Invincible is evil because out of 99 of the 100 think that he was evil.
Yeah.
And I think he could still make portals because it was the version of him that can make the portals. And yeah. And then we also get the scene with the college, getting into college with Amber, and she says
Great.
she gets to keep
You're
her
like, "Damn it."
superhero boyfriend. Damn it. I think
Great.
everybody went, damn it.
Hopefully, it's better. They don't shove it in
And
your
it's
face.
Master Black at the birth of the new villain. Exciting. How are we going to set this up? While that villain may not be as exciting as Omni-Man, he does serve as a bridge to maybe this other multiverse that we're talking about with this other Mark. Maybe they will come into conflict.
He's too
with
dangerous to be
Omni-Man.
kept alive. Gotta kill him.
The
Yeah.
multiverse guy.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, but he doesn't
also-
use his powers appropriately. So
Yeah, but he still has the
ultimately,
powers.
I think it's a story of Mark coming into his own role and
Yeah.
dealing with his father abandoning him essentially, and then trying to become a superhero himself the right way. And then once he, let's say at the end of the season when he does, and then maybe Omni-Man shows back up. Man, I'm just excited for more seasons
Yes.
of this, and it seems like it's going well. And I just want multiple seasons. In fact, the people are even working on a live action version. But honestly, we don't even
please
really
don't.
need it.
You have your
Please don't.
limitations.
An Invincible movie is what they're trying to do, but it's like, man, we're doing great here.
Just do a full movie animated.
Let's finish this before you start talking
that
about
too.
that.
That
Yeah.
too. But
Yeah.
again, like you have your limitations on how
Would
it's
I
gonna
love
look.
to see it? Yeah, I mean, but studios are greedy. Like they would water it down so that it wouldn't be what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
They're like, we want to make $1 billion, like fucking
Make a
Loki or,
PG-13.
Doctor Strange.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Well, you're gonna cast this
No.
on.
It would literally have to be like rated X.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be doing it correctly, right? But
Yes.
they ain't gonna fucking do that. But
They
it needs
want
to
to
be
market
minimum
to
rated
everyone.
R.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's just no. Let's finish this first, and hopefully you'll watch it with us, and we'll talk to you again. I think it's at the end of November. Yeah, towards the end of November will probably be the last episode, November 24th. So we'll see you again in November 24th for the last episode, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.